With a 20-year reputation for clean business, Matt Glynn at Code Property Group is the first choice for real estate on the Sunshine Coast and surrounding areas. I've known Matt for a very long time from a personal level and professional level, and he is an excellent real estate agent. He's professional, he holds a high level of integrity, he presents incredibly well, and has a huge amount of knowledge when it comes to the real estate industry. So if you are in the market to buy, sell, or simply get a valuation and find out more about your current property, then give Matt a call on 0404 315 066 or matt.glynn, GLYNN at codepg.com. You won't be disappointed. To computer. All right. Once again, I welcome Jason Woodforth back to the podcast. How are you doing, mate?
Sensational, mate. Thanks for having me on again.
Oh, no problem. You're becoming a semi-regular. I think this is like 3 or 4 seasons in a row now that we've chatted.
Yeah. And well, the thing is, you get new audiences all the time, and the new members that are coming to compete each year have different points before. So, just address the things again, and also whatever's new.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it keeps things fresh, doesn't it? You know, it saves a lot of questions being asked. The more information you can put out there, the better people are equipped to get ready for their chosen show.
Absolutely.
Cool. So how is 24 looking at this point in time? Obviously, first show kicks off in a matter of weeks. Are we, obviously in history sort of shows season B is generally a little bit bigger than A. Is that the case this time, or is it a bit of an even split?
Yeah, no, it'll be the same again. Season A always being the smaller shows to the Season B.
Yep.
2024 in general looking great. Season B actually in particular, some coaches have said the numbers they've got coming for Season B are just massive.
Yeah, right.
Expecting something big in Season B, but Season A looking good. Looking on track for last season's A's numbers.
Okay. Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, absolutely. And you've obviously got Sunny Coast running into Brisbane. The popularity from what you've seen at the posing workshops, discussions, and everything, they're both going to be pretty good.
Yeah, good, and also the conditioning of the competitors. So many got ready early. They're looking great. Their posing is posing. Paul, there's one thing on posing. I was speaking to a pro that hasn't been around for a while but coming back into the game.
Yep.
And she said, I really need to learn this new posing. And I said, yeah, it has really changed.
Yeah.
The way the girls are transitioning, and even the guys, especially with classic physique, just awesome posing and transitioning.
It's amazing how it's evolved even over the last 5 years. Just the more emphasis people are putting into posing, I guess 5 even more years ago, there wasn't a thing as a posing coach. You turn up to a few workshops and that was it. And now there's plenty of them, and everyone's putting a lot of energy and time into their posing because they want that little 1% extra, right?
Yep. And Paul, that 1% extra does matter.
Yeah.
Especially in the model divisions, it's head to toe, it's the transitions, it's the posing, it's the shape, it's just the everything. It's a smile, it's the energy. There's just so much. And, funny that you say that, because I only said to someone the other day, and I do say it often, is that it is the 1%. It's the devil in the detail that matters. And to that point is even the hair, makeup, tan color, bikini color, the lipstick color, the eyelashes. It can all make a difference.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Actually, I'll use a good example. Mia, was last year, the year before, in Sunshine Coast, she just nailed everything. Unbelievable, amazing. 2 weeks later, it was just off. The bikini color wasn't as good. The lipstick was a bit off color wise, and the hair wasn't just right. And funnily enough, her coach contacted me and said, some feedback. And we went through all the devil in detail and included the hair. And he goes, oh man, we were running around everywhere looking for someone for hair.
Oh, is that right?
It wasn't just right, yeah. And I can go back to 2016 in Bali. And Whitney Freeland comes out to me and goes, Jason, my hair. I've gone, oh no. And it was like a gollywog. and it just offset the whole symmetry of the body.
Yeah,
So like
right.
all this detail matters.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. So even how high you wear your pants up on the side or how low you wear them, all
Mm.
that stuff can change the symmetry and look of the body.
Yep, it surely can, absolutely. And I guess, when the judges only have a few minutes to make an assessment and obviously critique, they need their eyes drawn to who looks the best in terms of everything. We're talking everything, not just physique, right?
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, we're looking for that model.
Yeah.
It's got to have everything. Yeah, like it kind of for the criteria, it is the best body. I always say to the judges, look, the best body's got to win,
Yep.
but is the best body got to be put down one place because of this, or that?
Absolutely.
Okay, as an overall presentation piece.
Yep.
I use posing as an example. If the posing isn't the best, but it's the best body, I say, well, they've still got to win. But if the posing is it's just terrible,
Mm.
they will then get deducted a point and go down to second, so to speak.
Yeah, well, that's right. It could be the difference between first and second, right? You want to make sure that posing, if you've got an amazing physique, you've worked tirelessly for 2-3 years and then dieted for another 30 weeks, you want to be able to display it properly, right?
100%. And
Yeah.
mate, we go back 10 years ago. Good. We had a girl. Still remember where she was standing on the left-hand side of the stage, and she was going to get third or fourth. I can't remember what it was. The judges pulled me over and said, "Look, this girl here, her presentation is so off. She's like a resting bitch face. Like, why am I even up here?" Oh man, I looked over there and went, "Whoa, yeah." And I said, "Well, look, I can't remember whether they said they were going to give her one less place or two.
Mm.
Yeah, that presentation piece cost her." And funnily enough, a year later, she contacted me and asked for some feedback. And I said, "Can I just be frank?" And she said, "Yes, please." I said, "You just look like a bitch up on stage, and it cost you a place." And she said, "I saw it in my photos. I was like, I was horrified. And thank you for the feedback. And yeah, I know what I got to do next time I get up on that stage."
Wow. And that's it. Like, she obviously didn't realize, right? She was in full concentration mode.
And you know what, Paul? That's, stage awareness. She
Yeah.
may have been in full concentration mode
Mm.
and not realizing she wasn't stage aware. And we bring up stage awareness all the time.
Yep.
It's like get stage awareness. So when you walk on stage, you know that you walked on stage, you got to that point, you moved here, you moved there, you smiled here, or you didn't smile. And hang on a second, I'm not smiling. Hang on,
Yeah.
my arm's up too high, my back's not out, whatever it is.
Mm.
Your stage aware so important. And that way your coach can yell out instructions if you've got something wrong and you go, "Oh, yep, heard that, no worries." Bang.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, I mean, and that raises a good point. If you go to these posing workshops, if you're posing with your coach, just smile at the same time, because the more you rehearse it, the more you're going to do it on the day without thinking about it.
Yeah. And a lot of people do say, "Oh, look, I'll do it on the day."
There's so much going on.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So, talk to me about this new division that has been introduced, and you're going to be bringing it into both of your shows this coming season. Am I correct in saying it's called gym wear? Is that right?
Yeah. So,
Yep.
we had it was an interesting post we put up because we had over 600 loves for it on our Instagram pages between Victoria and myself,
Right.
and that was like within just hours. And then we had a couple of I'll be frank, we had a couple of haters.
Yep.
And I'm like, well, hang on a second, guys. You haven't hated us for Miss Runway. You haven't hated us for Angels.
Yep.
You haven't hated other federations for their theme wear.
Yep.
And this here is a really good introduction level. And you haven't hated us for transformation.
Yes, of
I mean,
course.
transformation, half the people doing transformation aren't even stage ready, so to speak.
No, that's right.
But we're up there celebrating their transformation, hopefully to inspire and motivate others.
Mm.
And then you go to another federation, which is a fashion show only, literally.
Yeah.
And we got a little bit of a kickback, but that's okay. We've gone ahead with it. We're getting entries for it. And it is all about that selfie sort of gym model body.
Okay.
Again, you've got to be in the gym.
Yep.
This is people that are training that gets them, instead of maybe going to a bikini first up or the sportswear, which is, it's close to a bikini, is you do it in the safety of what the clothing you want to do, get up on stage, experience stage, and then go, "I love this, I'm going for more."
Okay.
That's just like we got Kel did transformation. She's gone from transformation into Miss Figure.
Yeah. That's right.
And all because she got up on stage that first time.
Yep.
And wasn't in a bodybuilding event. I think you'd probably remind me.
No, it was when you were at the expo.
Yeah, so straight transformation show.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, we're here to help people pick them up and drive them to be the best version of themselves they want to be. And
Mm.
I just see this as a really good entry point to jump into and get used to stage ready and go, right, I want more.
Absolutely. Are you looking to shed a few kilos, change your composition, improve your relationship with food, increase your strength, or simply just have a better accountability level? Then maybe coaching is for you. I now offer online coaching in a number of capacities, from week to week, fortnightly, monthly, and of course nutrition only coaching. So if you are interested or want to know more, simply jump on paulsbodyengineering.com or simply send me a DM.
Yeah.
So in terms of criteria, so it's just gym apparel that they wear, that their choice. It's not supplied, or it doesn't have to be uniformed or color matched or anything like that.
No, we're like Miss Runway.
Okay.
We're allowing them to be in any gym where they want.
Right.
Yeah,
So long or short pants is fine.
Yep.
Or tights, I should say.
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely anything.
Yep.
But the important thing here, like Miss Runway, is you got to make sure you pick the dress, pick the outfit that
Yep.
suits your body.
100%.
And girls listening to this and doing Miss Runway, I've seen some runway dresses just go, that doesn't actually suit you.
Mm.
And then you'll see other ones where you go, wow, that is a dress and a half. That really suits your shape.
Yeah, of course.
So the same with gym wear is, find the gym wear that really accentuates your physique and shows off your physique in the best way.
Absolutely. Yeah. Cool.
Mm.
And 4-quarter turns will be the sort of criteria in terms of posing?
Yep. 4-quarter turns and really working on the transitions.
Okay.
Actually, I was watching someone get ready for a different fed the other day, and I've gone, oh, you're doing gym model posing. They go, no. I said, well, that's what we're looking for. They go, oh, well, okay, she's doing your show too, and she'll do that.
Oh, how good.
That's exactly what we're looking for. So, bringing out the inner self,
Yep.
like really have some fun up there.
Absolutely. So yeah, to sort of add on to that, personality is going to be a big part of it, isn't it? Like the energy and the I guess the personality on stage to showcase that you're up there and you're owning it.
Yeah, absolutely. But then again, in saying that, Paul, that's like I think about that, and then I think about, hang on a second, that's what we're asking for all the models.
For everyone.
And that's where the models have really taken it. Like
Yep.
if you look at our reels that we put up from posing classes, the way the girls are turning, just amazing. They really have taken things next level, like you say, after this last 5 years.
Yep. Yeah. It's very like the transitions in particular are so seamless and fluent now.
Oh, beautiful.
It's like it's almost like ballet, watching ballet or something.
Yeah, it's just amazing. And the dynamics, the energy, it's just next level. Yeah.
Absolutely. So it's almost, you could almost consider gym wear, and correct me if I'm wrong, like you could do, if you're a first timer or, trying to just, you've done transformation, you could elevate into gym wear, and then that's almost a stepping stone into, bikini sports or fitness from there.
Yeah, actually, that was exactly right, mate. It'd be, if you wanted to be a real stepping, it'd be transformation, gym wear, bikini, sports, fitness, figure, and wellness fits in between bikini and sports for those girls that are lower, stronger, dominant than their upper.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, that's a good segue, because I wanted to sort of touch on the difference primarily between the ones that most often get confused. So if we can elaborate a little bit primarily between sports and fitness, but put wellness in there as well, just for the sheer fact of where it sits in terms of body shape.
Yep. So sports and fitness, we originally split them up because some girls didn't want to do the bikini route. So we created sports and fitness. So obviously sports in hot pants and crop top, and fitness in the bikini with heels. And the difference is very little. We literally can have the same body, but the fitness is just harder. So we allow the fitness girls to be that touch harder, heading in towards Miss Figure. Otherwise, you will definitely see girls doing well in both. But the idea being that the girl will get sports, maybe just a touch softer. And when I say touch, only a touch softer than fitness. And then we're also guided by who's on stage.
Okay.
At the end of the day, we can only go with what's on stage and go closest to the criteria. And that goes for all divisions. But I think the big one in regards to that is bikini. If a girl comes really good in bikini, where you go, wow, look at that, she's like sports fitness, she simply won't get top 5.
Yeah, okay.
It's as simple as that. The best
Yep.
body doesn't always win if it doesn't match the criteria. But
Mm.
then again, we are governed by who's in that lineup.
Who's on that stage? Yeah, but that raises a really good point. Like as an athlete or potential competitor, you want to make sure you are directed to the appropriate division that suits your physique the best, right?
Oh, 100%. And
Yeah.
that's why we let the girls enter and guys enter any divisions
Mm.
whatsoever. But I do say this, if you're doing bikini and fitness,
Yep.
no, 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 no.
Hmm.
They're worlds apart.
Yep.
Which one are you? You could be bikini sports, you could be sports wellness bikini,
Mm.
or you could be sports fitness.
That's
Um,
right. There is an overlap there between a couple
yeah,
of them, but like you said, you can't go from bikini to fitness. It's just too big a gap.
yeah. And you wouldn't be wellness to fitness either.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So if you're girls out there and even guys, you're not too sure, just send us through some photos. We'll let you know.
Yep.
I have some guys that want to do classic physique, and I look at them and just go, "Let's do some pose," and just go, "Mate, you don't have that classic look."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a big one too, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. You got to have that classic look about you,
Mm.
and the way you wear the posing trunks.
Yep.
Does that really suit a classic looking physique? And as simple as that, mate. I would never do classic physique. I don't have a classic physique look.
Yeah. Yeah. Same. Yep.
But at the same time, if you want to do classic, then go for it. You can do it.
Mm.
Just it really doesn't suit you.
Mm. That's right. Well, let's move on to that then. The men's fitness, men's physique, and then classic physique. Now, in terms of overlapping, people could potentially do all three if they wanted to. When I say people, men, because it's a men's division. But like you said, classic physique is very different in terms of the other two, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's all about the posing.
Yeah.
It's so much about the posing. It's not funny.
Mm.
But you still got to be in shape.
Of course.
And I've got a guy coming back from last year who posed beautifully, but we just wasn't lean enough.
Yeah,
And
sure.
he was like, "Well, but my posing was good." I said, "Mate, your posing is amazing.
Yeah.
Just bring the shred." So he's
Yep.
come back this season, with the shred, and I've just gone, "Hey, look at that!"
There you go.
He goes, "Yeah, I got it. Thank you very much. Got it."
Well, that's the importance of feedback, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
and grab feedback in a positive way, just on that
Mm.
note.
Mm.
And go, okay, all right, let me take a step back. If that's the feedback, perception is reality.
Yes.
And go, if that's what the judges saw, well, then I've got to listen to the judges. I had a guy one year, he came fourth out of four, and we used to have body zone. I'm walking around the corner with him. He came to catch up with me. He goes, "Jace, I just thought, my friends said I was third, mate. I was third." I said, I can't remember what his name was. I called him James. James, mate, you were cleared fourth. And he goes, "Really?" I said, "Mate, you were." And yeah, he comes back again and just diced. And he goes, "Yeah, got it."
There you go. That's all you need, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Feedback's not there to to be negative. It's there for you to improve.
No. Hey, look, I can be feedback on myself. My arms aren't big enough.
Sure.
They're strong, but they're not big enough. And okay, I got that. That's the truth.
Mm.
That's the truth. Yeah.
There you go. Absolutely.
Nail them on the boobies. They've got the pecs there, but that's my strong point. But the arms just aren't, and I take that. I don't have to take that on board. I know that.
Yeah, of course.
Every time I get on stage, it's about putting the best version of me on stage. It's me versus me.
Absolutely, and that's how you have to look at it, right?
And that's why my last show, which was, mind you, a decade ago, but I might go again in my 50s, is I'll probably get on again, because it doesn't worry me where I place. I have a great day because I'm in my greatest shape, loving it.
And that's a really good point you raised. Like it is the experience of the day. You have such a fun day, such a fun build up. Placing or winning or whatever is really just the bonus of the experience.
Yeah, mate, I didn't even get top 5 last time I competed. I didn't care less. I had a ball of a day.
How good.
Yeah, best shape. At 44 is the best shape I've ever been in my life.
Outstanding. That's good. That's great.
How could I not have a great day?
Yeah, exactly. And that's it. That's the best attitude to have, right?
Absolutely. Well, that way you do have a good day.
Yes.
Because if you're putting the pressure on yourself winning, that's a lot of pressure. And if you come second, well, that's an L.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you've lost.
Correct.
Winning was winning. Yeah. So
that's it. Like, you don't know who's going to turn up. You don't know what condition other competitors are coming in. And as we said earlier, it's very much dependent on the lineup itself and what the judges interpret. So you've just got to run with it and have fun. And then, if you've done everything you can to be in the best shape possible, then great.
Yep, absolutely. And just on those little devil in the details, I know of a pro, actually, I spoke about it before,
Mm,
is that she came fifth in first timers at her first division.
mm.
She ended up taking the overall title that day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because it was just everything was off. And then all of a sudden, oh, hang on a second, switch this up, switch that up, boom.
There you go. Some subtle changes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
but subtle changes that made a massive difference.
Wow. How good.
Yeah.
How good. Going back to classic physique, in terms of the posing, you've emphasized how important that is, obviously, in regards to presenting the physique. But can there be a situation where, because I know a lot of classic physique athletes in the past have done bodybuilding posing, will that be detrimental to their scoring, or will they get away with it depending on what the rest of the lineup does?
They will not get away with it.
Okay.
We are very clear, classic physique, classic posing.
Yep.
Do not even go into a bodybuilding pose first to go into a secondary classic pose.
Yep.
And I had a guy posing on the weekend. He did a side tricep bodybuilding style and then kicked into the classic style.
Okay.
I said, no, dude, we'll mark you down for that.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah, it is about classic. You know, I
Purely
had a guy
classic.
last year, he emailed me and said, can we do bodybuilding poses in classic physique?
Yep.
It's like, you just answer your own question.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
it's
good point.
classic. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
So, yeah, keep it classic. And that first routine,
Mm.
so you'll come on in classic physique, hit a classic front pose, just
Yep.
symmetry wise, and then go into around about a 20 to 30 second routine.
Yep.
We had a routine on that weekend with one of the guys. I said, mate, your routine's too long and two of those poses don't suit you.
Yes.
They don't look classic enough. Just keep it 3 to 5 poses and the strongest classic ones that suit your body.
Mm. Okay.
And again, it's like that side chest one where it's actually a double bicep pose in a way where you've got the arms outstretched on the
Yes.
side. Like that only suits someone that's got big arms.
Yes,
Right?
absolutely.
So I'm not doing that pose. Right? so pick the ones that suit your body type.
Absolutely. Pick your strongest ones and run with them.
Yeah.
But to emphasize that, so that, the individual can choose, as you said, 3, 4, 5 poses within that 20 to 30 seconds. It doesn't have to be, the same as everybody else. You can just pick your 5 strongest
Any.
poses and just run with that.
Any.
Yep.
Just just Google search classic physique
Yep.
poses, and you just pick it. Just as long
Yep.
as it's like a bodybuilding pose,
Mhm.
go for it, guys. But I do say, do watch doing the drop down leg poses out
Yep.
to the side because you have got guys next to you.
Absolutely.
What it means is you've then got to go forwards, and then the guy next to you might go, well, I'm going to go forwards of you, and the guy at the other side is going to go forwards of you, and I'm going to go forwards. And they're not exactly the strongest poses anyway with the leg out.
Yeah.
There's certainly other poses that you can choose that won't interrupt your flow.
Absolutely. Yeah. Maybe in the pose down at the end, but yeah, when you're introducing your physique for the first time, you want it to be the strongest pose that you've possibly got.
Yeah, and also make sure that your last pose in that routine links with your first pose.
Oh, good call.
It just goes in circular. So we say, guys, just keep going. Well, then just make sure it loops back into your first pose.
Yeah, absolutely. No,
Yeah.
then it's fluid, right?
Yeah, and holding the pose for about just 2 to 3 seconds.
Yeah. Perfect. So taking a step away from classic into men's fitness and physique, can we just go through the primary differences between the two? Because I know there's a big overlap here. A lot of guys will do both, which is fine. You're obviously okay with that.
Yeah.
But there are some significant differences between the two.
Well, one is that we don't want too big a men's fitness.
Yep.
So if you really got some size about you, that's why we actually had that male muscle model back in the day. We ran for about 5 years. That was for the bigger guys.
Yep.
Now that we don't have that, it's actually classic physique that's actually taken over from that.
Yeah. Okay.
So we don't really, we can sort of, we'll know that they're going to classic physique as well. So you can be too big for men's fitness. But we do have a lot of men's fitness that do men's physique because they've got some decent size about them, but they're monsters. Yeah. So there certainly can be some lap over there.
Yep. And so the posing for men's fitness is purely the 4-quarter turns, whereas men's physique does a round of muscularity as well.
Yeah, that's correct. And with men's fitness, you can throw some cheeky poses in between.
Okay.
But if you're throwing too many poses, I've said it before on the mic. Said, guys, hey, just hold your quarter turn pose because that's men's physique for later. You
Yes,
know,
yes. Yeah,
yeah,
that's a good point you raise. You often see a men's fitness model throw in a few classic poses like, above the head double bicep or something like that. So it's okay in terms of a transition or in the pose down or something like that, but you don't want it to be too much.
no, you literally you throw the pose, hold it for a second, and then back with your hands down.
Yep, yep,
Yeah,
perfect.
that's fine.
Okay, unreal, unreal. All right, and then men's physique, obviously in the shorts, and then you've got the muscularity poses as well, and then classic, obviously, is the classic posing needs to be classic posing, and then we head into obviously the bodybuilders as well.
Yeah.
Experience the difference with Matt Glynn at Code Property Group. With a 20-year reputation of a clean business, Matt is your guy when it comes to all things real estate. Make sure you give him a call now on 0404 315 066.
Yeah. And, some bodybuilders do suit classic physique.
Yep.
But if I say one thing about who does suit it more, it's more the physique and fitness guys that do.
Yep.
Very rare, not rare, but certainly it's not often that, well, put it this way, you never get every bodybuilder looking like a classic physique competitor.
That's true.
It
That's
just
true.
doesn't
And you're right.
suit that body type.
Yeah, it's a very specific look, isn't it? The classic look.
Yeah,
The narrow waist and the broader shoulders and the bigger legs, but just a fluid body as well.
Yeah. So it'll suit. I got one of the guys doing it at the moment. He's in bodybuilding, and look, he just looks okay for classic physique, but he's more bodybuilding.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're generally one or the other. You can't really dominate in both. And again, but that comes down to the lineups, right? And those who show up on the day.
Yeah. You could dominate like Corey did last year in physique and classic.
Yep.
But that's even rare for someone to. I think Corey's the first one to take out both of those actually from memory.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It wouldn't happen too often, I would imagine.
No, he just nailed both looks and went to nationals and cleaned up there with both looks as well.
Yeah. Wow. Well, that's a good segue because I wanted to talk to you briefly about the pathway to nationals and obviously the elusive pro card that a lot of people pursue. So obviously you've got a regional being Sunshine Coast, and you've got a state show being the Brisbane show. The next step is a national show, which is where is it this year? Melbourne.
No, Sydney.
Sydney. Sorry, my bad. Sydney. Yeah. So that show there, the national title show, whatever its name, will be where people can potentially win a national title and a pro card. Is that fair?
Yes. So City Nationals is our mid-year show.
Okay.
And you can win. Open height winners will receive a pro card.
Mm-hmm.
Down the track, we might even tighten that up just to the overall winners.
Yeah, okay.
Because we want it to be, we want it to be tough to win a pro card.
Of course, it should be. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, that's the top 5 finish in any show Australia-wide.
Yep.
Because I've got some Queensland competitors that just can't make the dates of our shows.
Yep.
They happen to be in, wherever it is that there's a show on. Can I do that show and get my top 5? Yeah, no worries at all. Go for it.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So you don't have to be a top 5 in the state you reside as long as you do a state show.
Yeah, exactly right. As long as you do a show that qualifies you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any, I guess a question may be asked, is there any exception to that? Like if you can't physically make a state show for whatever reason, but you are available for a national show, do you need to approach Tony or yourself to
need to
approach
your state president.
Okay.
It's rare that we allow it because, it means that you've just gone straight through.
Sure. Yeah.
So there's got to be a good reason, or you're a previous Australian title holder from last year.
Yep.
That's allowable, but at the same time, it's rare to give an exemption straight through.
Okay. No, fair enough. And then in season B, can you talk to us about this? Is it the bodybuilding Olympics that you guys are holding in Canberra, I think?
Oh, yeah. So this is going to be very interesting.
Yeah,
so,
it sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's the world titles. It's a brand new venue in Canberra for the AIS.
Right.
Yeah, and I've seen some video of the auditorium. It looks amazing.
Wow.
And you get to stay in the athletes' village.
Yep.
So it's about giving it that Olympic feel.
That's cool.
Then over time, the idea is to grow it to bring in other sports.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this will be very interesting to see how year 1 goes.
Yep.
I mean, it's not, I wouldn't call Canberra the most ideal location, but the whole idea of Canberra is where, the AIS is.
Of course.
It's where our Olympic teams basically are born and come out of.
Yep.
They all go down to training down there. So, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, wow, that's unreal. So it'll effectively be a world title. So we'll be having competitors from all over the world, like we did on that one that you guys hosted on the Gold Coast a few years ago, similar to that.
A few years ago, 2018, try 6 years
Oh,
ago.
Jesus Christ, was it really?
Yeah. Oh man,
Oh,
six
wow.
years. Yeah.
It seems like yesterday.
Oh man, I can still run. I still remember running my first show in 2007.
Oh, wow. There you
Just
go.
almost remember everything about it. Just yeah.
I tell you what, if you ever decide to retire from promoting, you should write a book because I'm sure you got plenty of stories to tell.
Man, we got so many stories. So and for all the podcasts we do, I literally there's a new story or two. Like I've used two stories today that I don't think I've used before.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I
It'll
love it,
make
man.
it'll make
The
an
the
interesting read.
the journey and the stories, the memories.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just amazing this sport.
Oh, of course, and I think that's the why people stick around and continue to do it, right? Because you guys you provide an amazing show, an amazing platform, but the experience, the show day event, all the people you meet, they're all so humble and friendly and great to get along with, and that's why people keep coming back because it's just such an enjoyment to be involved in.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Yeah, Paul, everything in my life is happening in twos at the moment, right?
Mm,
So I'll give you an example. This is a crazy one.
yep.
I'm listening to a podcast and it's about Taylor Swift, or part of
Okay.
it's about Taylor Swift, and she's linked to the number 13, right?
Mm.
I go to this place where I need to get a buzzer. Guess what buzzer number I get? Number 13. And like I'd only listened to this podcast like minutes earlier.
Oh, is
And
that
then
right?
you bring up this thing about the friendships and blah blah blah.
Yep.
And only the other yesterday, this competitor goes, hang on. Yeah, I love this sport and I love the amazing people I've met over the years, which I've said. She says, I agree. It's changed my life.
Yeah. Wow.
And we're talking about the friendship that you just mentioned then and what she's just said. I could go back further in the post, in the thread, but yeah, just amazing the synchronicities, the in twos.
How
Uh,
good. How good.
but
Well,
yeah, just a great sport. And like, look at Kel. Like she started with you how long ago?
it's over 6 years now.
There you go. She's still
Yeah.
around. She's still
Yeah.
helping other people now and
Yep.
loves the sport and going into Miss Figure. I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly. Yeah, no, no. Yeah, she'll be bringing it this or season B this time around. But yeah, no, that's exactly right. Like that, it can, it breeds not only what we spoke about the environment and the friendships but it breeds careers as well. Like people turn into coaches or they run podcasts or whatever. So there's great opportunity from it as well.
oh, Paul, the things that happen during the journey
Mm,
is incredible. One year, where our t-shirts, we had a massive problem with China and then with importing,
yep.
um, and they got stuck in customs for weeks. Anyway, we got them finally the very next day after the show. Anyway, oh man, the things that have gone on the last 18 years, you just go, really? And I've currently got problems with one of the delivery people. They left half my order out.
Oh,
And
you're
it's like
kidding.
it gets here and you just go, "Are you kidding?" So anyway, it never ends. But I was going to say, oh shoot, what were we talking about?
Oh, just the careers and the
Oh,
opportunities.
Chris, yeah.
Yeah.
So the shirts, I had to send them all out, and I knew that around comp time, people's lives change. They
Mm,
either break up with someone, or they get with someone, or they change jobs, or the other one is they change houses, like
yep.
they move. I had over about 100 people. 20 had moved house in that week.
Is that right?
Yeah, when you when
Oh,
you when you're changing your body, your life changes in so many
it
ways.
does. It does.
Yeah, and generally speaking, 99% of the times for the better.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. You look, you see the potential and the benefits and the advantages and just the positive change that you're making, and you start to uproot things that have had a negative impact on you, and that might be the location you lived in, the house you lived in, the whatever it is. So yeah, I can certainly can see that for sure.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like I said, the stories I've got of all those sort of things, and just amazing.
Keep that one on the back burner, Jace, for a retirement project.
Yeah, will do.
And I'll finish up with one other thing, and we briefly spoke about it before we went on air, and that was Townsville. Now, I saw a post in, I think, the community group, the ICN Queensland community group, about Townsville running this year. Do you want to elaborate on that?
But no, Townsville will be running next year,
Oh, next year.
2025.
Apologies. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. We're never really going to shut it down. It was just Scotty moved on.
Sure.
So we left it this year. And it's been so loved that when we put the post up about both the posing and the show being back,
Yep.
is we're inundated.
Oh,
Taylor
okay.
put the post,
How good.
yeah, Taylor who put the post up. The first was, can I help? Can I help? Can I help? And just, oh, great. I want to compete there again. I want to compete there again. It's just a real destination place that really, for some reason, just gels with a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because in a way, Townsville's got not too much to offer.
No, that's exactly right. But I guess it's sort of that central North Queensland. So people will travel from Cairns and Mackay and
yeah. The great thing about Townsville is that the after show. I think after show, everyone can go back to the same place.
Yeah. Yep.
Everyone's in the same location. Where if you hold an event on the Gold Coast or Brisbane or the Sunny Coast, there's just so many places to go.
It can be very spread out.
And we can't get everyone back to the same place. So Townsville's just got a good feel about it in that way.
Unreal. So next year, 1 season, 2 seasons?
No, we'll just do season B.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not big enough up there for a season A and B show. That's why we ceased the season A show, some 5 years ago.
Okay. Yep. Fantastic. So it'll be similar to like what you're doing this season with Sunshine Coast running into Brisbane. It'll be Townsville running into Brisbane.
Yeah. I dare say we might even do Townsville every second year and do Sunny Coast every second year.
Okay.
But we'll weigh that up. But we'll definitely get Townsville back up and cranking next year.
Unreal.
And weigh out the best way to roll that out each year from then on.
Yeah. Unreal. Oh, that's exciting. That's good, mate. I'm sure there'll be plenty of people keen to head back up there again once it's up and running.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we know that already. We're just, like I said, being inundated.
Yeah.
It's coming back. Yeah.
I'm not surprised. Yeah.
Yep.
How good. All right. Well, we'll round it up there, mate. That was really good. Just a brief overview of obviously the divisions, the new division, some anecdotal, story from way back when. But that's part of the fun, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Unreal. Well, so
I was just going to say,
you go.
If people want to contact me, happy for them to contact me directly. Easiest email address to remember is qld@icompetenatural.com.
Okay.
And phone number is 0403 498 444, or get me on Messenger, Jason Woodforth. There is a Jason Woodforth ICN Queensland Pres, but that's a dead account and I can't delete it.
Okay.
So it's just my name, Jason Woodforth, if you want to send me a message on Messenger.
So you encourage people to reach out to you if they've got questions about upcoming shows, divisions, things like that?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm available, not 24/7, but if I'm up and awake and not training or with someone, absolutely, I'll answer the phone call or return the message.
Fantastic. And then so we got the Sunny Coast show on what's the date?
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. How appropriate.
And I will open the show with that.
Oh, of course, you got it now.
And May 19th. So the Saturday show for May 4th and Sunday, May 19th.
May 19th for the Brisbane one. Unreal. Very good.
And then we have got the All-Female Classic in August 3rd down the SeaWorld Nara Resort.
Oh, yeah, very good. Okay. And that's, so all female divisions. It's a female-only show. And that's sort of an entry point into season B.
Yeah, absolutely. And we get a lot of if you want to compete against interstate competitors, that one will probably get a fair few interstate competitors from.
Oh, fantastic. Good mix.
Yeah, and even it's been in Melbourne for 21 years, so number 22 is up here.
Okay.
And even when it's been in Melbourne, there's been several girls from every state that always go because it's just that all-female show. Yep. And it's actually the original one of every federation.
Yeah, right. Okay. Unreal. Yeah, excellent. All right, mate, we'll wrap it up there, but thank you once again for your time. Really appreciate it. And obviously, if anyone is listening and wants more information, if they've got a specific question, Jason's obviously made himself available to reach out. They've got the ICN Queensland Facebook group as well that you can put a question in, and that seems to generate good feedback and good information as well. But then we've got the Sunny Coast show, Brisbane show, and then, of course, season B, not too far away, to be fair. We're already in the middle of April, so the year's going by fast.
Yep, absolutely. And just if you do happen to message us on Instagram, the amazing Kirsten looks after Instagram.
Yep.
So if there's a question she can't answer, she'll shoot it over to me. Yep. But Kirsten runs that for us. And if you want to tag us, she'll do the rest for you for tagging. We'll putting our stories and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
But just a shout out to Kirsten, who does just an amazing job.
Oh, she's fantastic. Yeah, she's got the quickest thumbs in Queensland. That's for sure.
She does that.
They're unreal. She's unreal.
Yeah.
All right, mate. I'll wind it up there, but thank you once again, and we'll be seeing you at the shows very shortly.
Mate, look forward to it. Thanks for your time. Thanks for having me on.
No problem, mate. Well, I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank Jason once again for his time. Great insight, great anecdotes. If anyone is interested in finding out more about ICN, what they do in Queensland in particular, or just general questions about shows, divisions, times, entries, anything specific, Jason's your man, and he can obviously answer the questions, or alternatively, you can jump on ICN Queensland Instagram or their Facebook community group. If you're interested in any of my coaching services, please jump on paulsbodyengineering.com, or alternatively, link in my bio on my Instagram page, or even just simply DM me if you have a general question you'd like to ask. Outside of that, once again, thank you very much for tuning in. If you've enjoyed this podcast, please screenshot and share it across your stories. Tag myself at Paul's Body Engineering. Tag ICN Queensland as well. And as I say to every client every single day, have a great day.